job, Mama.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Looky here, Facebook. We got her. We got Queen Silvy today. Look at her. She's so beautiful. Hi.
How are you?
Wonderful. How are you doing?
I am always supercalifragilistic.
Expialidocious?
That's right.
You are in what city?
Arlington, Texas, right in between Dallas and Fort Worth, Texas.
For the last 5 years, right?
But the last, going on 6 years now, yes. I'm originally from, you've been saying the word Holy Toledo all morning, and I'm from Toledo, Ohio.
How did it get the same? How did it get that catchphrase, Queen Silvy?
You know, I actually don't know. Other than hearing Batman say, Robin say it, Batman and Robin, Holy Toledo, Batman.
So take me through the trajectory of your life. I know you have a business partner there that you're going to introduce us to in a minute, Smooth Tim. But tell me about the trajectory of Queen Silvy, your life, early life to now.
Well, Queen Silvy is one of 8 siblings that I have. Dysfunctional family. Every 2 of us have a different father. I always wanted to do comedy or in the comedy-related field. I was the only one that would laugh at things on television no one else saw funny. But it was after 3 marriages and 2 children, after they'd gotten grown, is when I ventured out to actually continue and finish my goals.
So,
which is what I'm doing right now. So Smooth Tim and myself, once he retired, we then sold a home, bought an RV, and we hit the road. But prior to us retiring, I was in the healthcare field as well as my own business of Silvy's Gifts for Adults, where I specialize in tasteful adult novelty gifts.
When you say tasteful, do you mean they taste good?
Some can. Some might taste good and some might feel good. I mean, it's up to the person who purchased it.
What's the funniest tasteful gift you've ever had?
I ever had or sold. Don't trick me with that question.
You are smart and savvy. Wow, I can.
Well,
you have to stay that way, right?
Yeah. So when in retiring, we sold the home and we bought an RV, and I ended up in Arlington, Texas, from doing a show here. And from doing that, I done a radio station talent contest. And from there, been on the radio, that radio station now for going on 6 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's a big feat to have a radio talent contest, isn't it?
Well, it is. They're no longer doing that anymore, but I appreciated being there when I got there.
Yes. So tell me about the funnest comedy you've ever done. Who was it with and where was it at? Or a couple of them.
That I have done?
Yes.
Might have been in Toledo, Ohio, at the Laugh Comedy. It was Laugh Inc. comedy that is no longer there. And then Grumpy Dave, which is in a college town in Bowling Green, Ohio.
And why were those so memorable to you, Queen Silvy?
Well, because in Bowling Green, on the day before I left with the RV, I did a comedy show. I gave away all of my sex toys to everyone in the audience, and we sold out the place. So that was very memorable. I gained fans and still have those very same fans over the years.
Wow, that's amazing. Have they written to you about how it's improved their lives?
Well, it's improved their lives, and some still want toys that I no longer have.
Tell me about motivational speaking.
Motivational speaking is something that just rolled onto me from life. You know, living up in the hood, I was the one to motivate those that was getting bullied. It was me that was the one in the neighborhood where everyone knew where their kids or knew where everyone else that was around me. It is what it is. I'm not bragging none whatsoever. I'm thankful for the gift that I have. I have multiple of gifts that I think I was chosen for.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And you know you have a gift when other people notice it and mention it.
Yes, and I'm very appreciative too. I'm only doing my passion, which is making a difference and promoting all types of professions, talents, comics from all over the world. That's what my platform is. So it's more now than just me getting on stage and doing comedy. You know, it's more of me helping the comedians and anybody else out there because I've always been that type of person. And, you know, I saw you talking to a previous guest about finding their voice, you know?
Yes.
And so finding my voice, unfortunately and thankfully, was that first year on stage when I started out as a female, because we females are overridden by the male comedians, overlooked, stereotyped, and all that. So I started out very aggressive, very mean. I mean, I took a heckler out of the audience that heckled me. He shouldn't have heckled me because he ended up on stage butt naked.
What?
Take off your clothes. Don't talk to me what you got. We wanted to see. So that was shocking to me to re-look at that video of how I treated someone. So, you know, I'm more of a different, more calmer type of a person. And I've not only found my voice, but my purpose, which involves everybody else. So that's what I do. And I keep it under wraps. Just don't hit that nerve and you won't get it.
Yes, absolutely. I have a little bit of PTSD from the military. Well, the men in the military. And so...
yeah, but you have moves too, though.
Yeah.
Let me take a moment and give you some props because, people meet and come cross paths for different reasons. I haven't found my reason with you, and I thank you for having me on your show. But I've seen those moves you do from the bed, those little exercise moves. And I'm like, yeah, you still got it going on.
Thank you. Some people wonder if it's porn, and I literally feel
Well, you know what? There's a backup plan for everything. So if they think that's porn, whenever you run out of money, listen, people might pay $4.99 an hour and see you hit
it. And go for hours. I could rack in the $4.99s.
Yeah, but you know, overall, that's a great example to separate people because they need to be moving their body. They need to do something. And this is a time right now where, listen, I have a video out where I took corn, jelly. I'd be out there with my corn and I'd be with the cookies and doing anything else besides eating it. I would work out with it and just be hilarious.
That's so funny. Talk to me a little bit about you being a mentor versus you being a motivational speaker.
Well, I mentor and I motivate. To me, that comes hand tied together. You know, when you mentor and when you motivate, speak, you want them to trust you and you want them to get to know you. And as a person, for me, the way I am, that I do. The radio station that I am under for over 6 years, for the entire years, we have mentored. We're currently mentoring like 6 shows, but we've mentored over a dozen shows in the history that we've been there. And of mentoring those shows, over half are now award-winning radio shows. So, you know, it's the friendship and the building that I do. It's just the way it is. Yeah, I can't explain just the way I am. And I can only be me. And I can only be the authentic me. And you have to accept me. And I know that I am accepted. I'm accepted worldwide. And I appreciate the friendship because it starts with the friendship.
Absolutely.
Yeah. My first date, by the way, was with Smooth Tim. And that first date was so amazing. I'm not kidding you. The first date, he had to drive to my city from where he lived for our first date. And after the first date, Linda, I was speechless. Linda, I couldn't even say a single word. And I'm going to tell you why.
I want to know.
My throat hadn't healed yet.
He what?
My throat hadn't healed yet. Now, don't think that I'm like that kind of a girl because, no. That was...
Wow.
I'm speechless now. Can't tell you anymore. You have to sit and chat.
Well, can we bring on Smooth Tim and introduce him to everybody?
Well, he's a multiple award-winning co-host for the Queen Silvy Show. He's my executive producer. When But we all have many hats that we wear. Sometimes he's a security guard, he's my tech, but he is my best friend.
Oh.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Smooth Tim. So nice to see you with Queen Silvy today here. The two of you.
It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Yes.
What else were we doing today? Nothing.
Let's see.
Right out in my office, and he was in his music studio.
That's right.
So you're behind the scenes mostly, right, Smooth Tim?
Pretty much. Yeah. Teching the show, producing the show, helping to recruit. Yeah.
Nice.
It's all part of, like what Queen says, is also enhancing our entire network by mentoring the shows that we have underneath us, giving them some value.
That's amazing work. That's making a difference.
It makes a huge difference. It really does.
So the Queen Silvy show is still on the air. Is that correct?
Absolutely. The Queen Silvy show is every Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And on your favorite podcast, just type in the Queen Silvy show and you can check out archive shows. But on Tuesdays, we are live worldwide.
There's probably about 3 years of archives out there.
Wonderful. That's amazing. I'm going to tune in and I'm going to add it to the post so other people can tune in. The Queen Silvy show and your podcast.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on the internet where you want more traffic, Queen Silvy?
Well, on Facebook, there's various names that I am under, but it all leads to me. So you can find me on Facebook and Instagram under Silvy Starts or Queen Silvy. And you can't find me on Twitter because I don't tweet, twerk, or twit. Sorry.
Has all the social links.
Yeah.
I know somebody in the White House that's making up for you not twitting.
I don't twit. Don't believe that story. They say that all black girls can shake it and twerk now. No. I'm more of a seat dancer.
So, Facebook, but not Twitter, podcast, radio show. Anything else you want?
Absolutely. The webpage is queensilvycomedy.com. On Facebook, I have a Queen Silvy page, a Team Queen Silvy page, and Silvy Starts page. So,
And it links to all the archives.
yeah,
Too.
absolutely.
I lost the last two things you just mentioned.
On Facebook, I can be found under the page Queen Silvy, the name Silvy Starts, or Team Queen Silvy. That is a page where anyone who has something that they'd like to share or talent, I will promote you there on that page.
Wow, how nice of you. That's so awesome. And your radio show that you do, and Smooth Tim, you help produce, you are the producer and of it. Do you have call-in guests?
Oh, absolutely. We have guests from all over the world. This Tuesday, I have Canada and Philadelphia, but they are world-renowned guitar artists who would be performing live on the air. We have guests from all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa, and he was once on the show, Webster Rito, and his next song he wrote in the Queen Silvy show.
Sydney, Australia, did the same thing.
Sydney, Australia, Spain. We have them from all over the world, and that's a blessing of the show because we network and collaborate and become friends, and we have a platform for everyone. Anything positive we would do. And so Smooth Tim is the co-host of the year award. We are newcomer of the year, show of the year, female host of the year. The radio station has a 10-year history, and then for the first time, we are the first recipients of the Legacy Award. So we are now Legacy Award winners for all that we do. So I'm thankful, and I'm happy.
What's the difference between legacy and megacy?
I wouldn't know. Legacy and Legacy. Yes.
It's like, I don't know the difference between a kilobyte and a gigabyte.
Legacy is his ex.
Yeah, Legacy was one of my exes.
That was her last name.
Sounds like a stripper name, but I won't even go into that.
Leave that one alone.
Let's move forward. How has the pandemic made the two of you wonderful people more wonderful?
We're already wonderful. I kid you not, because we've been married for 12 years, so we had to go through a lot of things. You know, he's light-skinned, if you haven't noticed.
I didn't notice.
Right?
I did.
So sometimes, you know, when we travel, we kind of have to adjust in other ways, but it's because of other people who can't accept us. But for living together, the key to it all, no matter if you live in a cardboard box or a big mansion, is always having your own space. And so, you know, when you have your own space, and when you're in a certain mood, well, I already know, and I already respect, and the same with him. So it's fine. Since this has happened, what it's done for me, seriously, has increased my imaginative creativity, like on foreplay. Because like last night, I transformed the whole freaking living room. Seriously, he's just now waking up.
In some regards, we had an advantage because for 12 years we've been together 24/7.
Yes.
And and so we learned to respect each other's territories and separate. So when you need to separate, Queen's exactly right.
Yeah.
And do your own thing for a minute. And I think that's where some people are having problems, is they don't know how to deal with giving a person their space that's required.
I
And
agree.
he was my friend first. After that first date, 30 days later, he drove to my city in a U-Haul, and I've never turned back.
That's amazing.
That happened, and because we've been married before, that served as experience too, see?
Yes.
We have a little bit of an advantage on some.
Now, you mentioned that you had a very great first date, and it was being very lighthearted, but I'm sure there was a deeper connection the two of you had. No pun on deeper. So, what was the deep connection? What was the deep connection?
I like that.
Thank you. You can use it. I'm single. I can't use it.
Right. What was the question? You had me laughing.
What else did you connect on your first date?
Oh, it was so, I'm telling you, it was really it was amazing. And I'm only joking when I said the throat tour. That was a joke.
Yes.
Okay, but the first date was only a kiss only. And my whole life changed. I was going through a divorce, actually.
Wow.
And I didn't want to be involved with anyone, you know. But he harassed me, kept sending me messages. So I just started Googling him and finding out who he is, and just took that chance. And I'm telling you, I found out that I lived around this man, worked around this man my entire life, never connected, never anything until now. And now that we have, if I would have knew him the way he used to be, a little wildcat, he wouldn't have been my type of guy.
Oh.
It happened when it happened. So it's great. And we never, ever, ever, ever have arguments. And I tell you, why would we when I'm always right?
Happy wife, happy life.
Right.
Happy wife, happy life, yeah.
That's amazing. I love you guys, both of you. Thank you so much, Queen Silvy. And
Thank you.
now I forgot Smooth Tim.
Smooth Tim.
I have to practice that to remember it. Smooth Tim.
Well, if you heard how he sounds on the radio, you'll see why he's called Smooth Tim.
I bet it's in the gold voice.
Yeah, right.
So I'll add all of your social media content onto the page. Check it and make sure you tell me, like a queen that you are, if there's any mistakes. And please share it with your followers if you don't mind the post.
Absolutely, I certainly will. And by the way, you have a YouTube page, yes?
Yes, I do. Comedian Linda Marcus Smith.
I will absolutely share it out.
Thank you. I have
Great
90.
thing that you are doing.
What's that?
It's a great thing that you're doing. What you're doing is absolutely magnificent. You should be on television like a late night talk show and doing that.
Well, if you've got the hookups, I'll go anywhere God takes me.
That's right.
Thank you so much, Queen Silvy. You're just a delight. You're like a
Thank you.
bright light in a dark world.
Thank you. And don't stop doing those fancy exercise moves. I'm learning some things.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Queen Silvy. Love you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.